comfortable, that's a discussion that we have. You know what I mean? Because again, somebody comes in, the light bill go up, grocery bill get bigger. You might want to cover somebody under insurance. Those things are a conversation. People are not having these conversations because sometimes women feel like I shouldn't have to say nothing. And a man, if he's not required, he's just not going to say anything. So I think we need to have a conversation about these uncomfortable conversations about everything.
And what's so interesting is my mother worked and my dad took care of all the household bills and they saved her checks.
Right. See, and my mother did
To
that
the
too.
point that when my dad died of cancer, and he died while my mother was kind of fairly young, like 50-ish.
Wow.
She's never had to work a day in her life after that.
Right. See, and I seen that with my mother's last husband. He worked, he paid all of the bills, but it stretched him. So she would break him off every paycheck out of her paycheck. He felt like the man, he paid everything. It almost left him destitute. So she'd take $700 out of her paycheck and give it to him. So he felt like he still paid the bills, but he still got some money to live off of. If he want to go do something fun or just stack it in the bank. My mom did that because she was paying, I guess, whatever they agreed to. But I know she was just like, hey, listen, I'm writing this out for, my husband or whatever the case is, give it to him, because she sat us down and explained what was going on. And this is me moving back into the house. I might have been 40 something because I was living in the UK for 2 years, and I came back in 2012, the year my mom passed. And she just sat us down and explained how things would work. So my mom did the same thing. I seen how,
because it looked like this person was doing everything, but it wasn't.
right.
And for me, I don't mind contributing to the house. I
Right.
got it.
But you know
And
what
if
men
and
have
if
a
I was with
problem with?
a person like you and you said, okay, Iris, I have the whole house. Okay, babe, well, I got these vacations. Let's go.
Right. But you know what men have a problem with is a lot of, well, there's a difference in circles, right? So we deal with like-minded people, right? So the people around me, the men around me, don't have a problem with paying, right? Because this is a kingdom that I established, right? Everything is paid for around here, right? So I'm not needing any help. But when a woman comes in and wants to cohabitate, the issue arises, well, what are you doing with your check? Right. So some women like, oh, well, I'm gonna keep my check. I get to do what I want to do. I'm gonna have a hot girl summer. I'm gonna travel, and they don't pour into the future of their family. Even if you're girlfriend and boyfriend, a future plan has to be discussed. Okay, so if I'm carrying all the bills around here, what are you doing with your money? Okay, are we putting it in a savings that neither one of us can touch without both of our signatures? Are we investing it? Same deal. Women don't have that discussion with men, and vice versa. Men don't have that discussion with women. We just automatically assume that she's going to save all of her money and do what she want to do. Because I've even been in a relationship to where, okay, well, we're gonna take care of your debt first, and then once your debt is paid, we're gonna start focusing on mine. So you're focusing that money somewhere for the betterment of your family. But if you're not having that conversation, and I'm paying all the bills, and you walking in here every week with some Gucci shoes or some red bottom, we got problems now. Now we got problems, Now we got
You're not
problems
wrong.
because,
You're not wrong.
because I can do bad by myself comes into play at that point. I'm not gonna have you living off me, and we're not future planning, but you got a closet full of designer stuff, and we don't have joint savings or whatever the case is. So that's where the issue come in at.
So this one's going to sound a little crazy, but how do you feel about women and body modifications? Is it a absolute no, or you don't really care? Because I hear some men say I'm all for it. I hear some men say I want them all natural, and
Me, I'm right up the middle. Let me tell you, I'm right up the middle because I've dated women that had breast augmentations before. I've dated a woman who had, liposuction or tummy tuck, whatever. My thing is, as long as it looks natural, because if you go get a butt job done and you don't have the hips to support it, you're gonna look crazy. But then I've also dated women that we call the Franken body, right? she like Frankenstein. Like, she made up of all different parts. She got cuts all over her body. She still got sagging skin. She still like it just like, when is enough enough? You know what I mean? Like I get it. I get it. No, I honestly do. I get it. But if you're doing that to yourself and now you want to hide yourself, now, we can't be butt naked with each other because you got scars and suture marks and all that other stuff. Like, you did it to yourself. It's not that I don't like it, right? But me personally, I don't mind body modification as long as it's done in moderation and it looks natural. Because I'm not
it's
a
hard because
humongous breast and ass man anyway. So
it's hard because as a woman, you see these women with these done, the body is done. And I'm not big. I'm not big. I'm not skinny either. I'm medium thickish, I guess. But you see those bodies and you're like, I wonder, right? So I remember I was like, I'm gonna get a tummy tuck. I want a tummy tuck because I never had a stretch mark or anything until my last son. And my last son, that bottom stomach, I'm just like, no matter how flat I get my stomach, I just see this little, and it drives me crazy. And then I saw my girlfriend's scar, and I was like, no,
wow.
I'm good. I'm just gonna have whoever loves me, he gonna have to love
Right.
little extra.
Right. Because you know what?
Because it doesn't matter. My stomach is not big. Like, if you look at it, you wouldn't tell. But if I was naked, you could see that little bump.
But this is the caveat to that. Most men don't give two shits about that. Women, I hear women complain about men, the things that men do to women, but what's never addressed is what women do to women, right? Because I've dated, because I've been single for years since my divorce or my annulment. I'll get with a woman. Oh, I'm not one of them Instagram models. I'm like, that's not what I'm attracted to. I lose friends for feeling that way because you got males. I had male friends previous. They're no longer friends of mine who would sit around and drag me into these social media groups where they posted nothing but half and fully naked women. I'm like, I can't stay in a state of lust all day. Why y'all keep dragging me into these groups? That's not what my mindset is. Set is. You know what I mean? Daily, all you doing is posting these pictures and you stealing pictures from online and posting these pictures. I don't care about none of that stuff. But I digress. The things that women do to each other, I guess they have a competition and they feel like a man want that type of stuff. Like, me personally, I would never date a woman who's freely sharing her body online like that anyway. That attention will never be enough.
It will never be. It will never be.
In order to get that attention, the things that you do to get it, you have to get worse and worse and worse because it gets so normalized that you'll be doing some strange things now. You know what I mean?
And it also feeds to an insecurity.
Yeah.
Because then your self-perception is based on the way others see you.
Right.
So this makes a person very needy for more attention because it's the only way you're validated.
Right. And it's not even positive validation
like that.
And it's not positive validation at all. It's just like you see it every day. So you get these women who are very pretty and they posting pictures of their face, or they got the spiritual quote with their titties out, whatever the case is. The minute they post a picture of their friends, family, or something normal, they get no likes. They post a picture of their face or their body, they get 1,000 likes, views, or whatever the case is. That should be a telltale sign right there, right? Nobody really care about you. Just shut up and show us your body. You know what I mean? Shut up and show us your body. We don't care about your spiritual quotes. We don't care about little Ray Ray going to school. None of that. Just shut up, show us your body. That's what it should be. And then those women get jealous of a woman who's fully clothed, have a career that get 100 likes. And then, she's the lame. She's a pick-me. Then she's a whatever else derogatory term that they use. Because I just found out what sassy, what sassy meant. They're calling men sassy now for blocking them or not tolerating.
Or they call them simps. If he says positive things about women, he's automatically a simp. I find when I went to TikTok, my mind was blown. TikTok blew my mind. TikTok blew my mind.
Yeah.
TikTok blew my mind. I stay on there because it is a good platform to spread, to get acknowledged. There's a lot. But the things men say to me in my comments, the things that they say. You can't even have an intelligent debate. I don't know. I know for a fact that I'm not right about everything.